Disinformation is something that really all countries have engaged in to some extent throughout their histories, going back centuries, to engage in overseas propaganda efforts, particularly around war or diplomatic endeavors. But recently, what we have seen most notably is the rise of disinformation coming out of Russia, specifically under Russian President Vladimir Putin. This has become a key pillar of the Kremlin's foreign policy, or attempts to influence foreign policy. And where we've seen that very notably in recent years is the attempts to disrupt elections through disinformation campaigns, not just in the United States, but in other Western countries as well, including France, the United Kingdom, Ukraine, and other places in Europe.
We've got a handful of different countries. So Russia tends to lead the pack. China is just behind them. They tend to use it as a different tactical tool. The Chinese disinformation campaigns tend to be very targeted along spreading very particular and defined alternative narratives, whereas the Russian campaigns tend to be far more scattershot and trying to push more general narratives of distrust of experts and information and truth as a concept in general. For instance, the Digital Society Project, the group that I do a lot of research with, we've produced this disinformation measure around the world of the level of prevalence of foreign disinformation campaigns on social media in every country around the world. And if we put it on a map, basically the space around Russia lights up like a Christmas tree. So of the 25 worst targeted countries in the world, 12 of them are former Soviet states. And this is increasingly used as a tool of foreign policy by Russia in particular, especially in the developing world, in terms of fighting sort of narrative battles among African populations in particular and Latin American populations.